Hey guys, how's it going? Final Crash here. We'll be going over the Geo Hypostasis boss fight this time. One of the first things that I want to mention is my adventure rank, which is 54, and my world level, which is 7. That means that this boss at level 91, he hits pretty hard, but we're ready for him, so let's go ahead and get started. So I want to mention my character levels when we get started. This is also the party that I'll be using. We're all level 80. I've been at 50 for a minute, so I've had time to boost these guys up pretty nicely. The weapons and artifacts are recommended online, so I didn't pioneer any of this. I want to mention that beforehand. These make sense though as I've used them. Like Rust that I recently pulled, it increases his normal attack, and that synergizes well with the Hydro set I have on him. I use keyboard and mouse, so E is his skill. When I press the skill, the damage on that attack goes up. Charge goes down, but that doesn't matter as much when you have all the damage from his normal attacks. I'm running Archaic on her. Basically, the attack affinity is pretty crazy, and the damage on it is good. Looks like Crush deals an extra 240% attack damage. The AoE doesn't matter as much because it's a single target enemy. I don't really notice this applying that much, but the attack and damage from this is still nice. I'm running the Favonius Greatsword on him. The energy recharge is a lot. You know, I think where I read this online was that his gives him a lot of Q cooldown, and I can feel it. He definitely gets to spam that and move a lot. Q is Elemental Burst for Chongyun. I don't notice the crits and the elemental particles all that much, but I do get a lot of Qs out in the fight with him, so it is nice. With her, I'm running Sacrificial Bow instead of Favonius. I still like Favonius a lot. You see the energy recharge is a lot, but there's a chance for this CD on her skill to go down to 0. Her Icy Paws is her skill attack right there. I don't notice it all that much. I mainly use her for the healing and her burst, and I'll go over her Mated Beloved right now too. I'm using her for healing. I like it a lot. We're primarily using her instead of Chi-Chi because of the friendship, so I'm trying to give another character some downtime. Anyways, Mated Beloved, I'm a fan of because of the healing. All of hers are level 8. This one's 10, this one's 12, and this one's 4. You can see the effective healiness goes up. And then when she uses her burst, which is what heals people, it increases it by 20% for a short amount of time. I like Exile more than Noblesse Oblige, but Exile does not have a 5-star set, and Noblesse does. Noblesse is still really good though. You can see once he presses his burst, the damage on it goes up, and it also increases all your party members' attack for a short duration as well. So this is a good set. Gladiator is pretty standard. This one's 13, the rest are 8. This is just raw damage going up, and raw attack at least. This one's damage. Because she uses a claymore, it goes up by 35%. And I just showed you this Heart of Depth that we're using. This one I like, but we're looking for water affinity for Hydra right here. So that's why this one's level 8. But it's still really good. Ever since it came out, it's been a set that I liked. Kind of sniped it early. So I don't really want to go over Constellations too much, but I do want to show that we have her at 4 and him at 3. So it makes them a lot stronger. I think Constellations are a good way for 4-star characters to be pretty useful. This one has been pretty good on her because it gives a lot more usage to her in vitals. But anyways, I can briefly show these. Maybe I'll explain them more another time, but I just kind of want to gloss over them for now. As far as skill goes, all of his are 7. I want to mention this because normal attack goes up by 1 when he does have this. All of hers are 6. One of the Constellations raises this by 3 levels. That's why it's 9 instead of 6. Then I already explained it. Childe gives everybody +1 on that. This one's only level 5, the rest are 6. And then this one's 5, same thing, and then these are 6. That was a little over explanation. Kind of trying to cover a little bit of stuff beforehand we get into this boss fight. So we can go ahead and get started now. Now this boss fight, one of our big focuses for it is claymores. We really need people to take down these pillars. So Noelle is super OP for this fight. I really like using her a lot, but since I'm not using her, I'm not leveling her, it doesn't really give me much usage in it. So we've been doing this fight with this team for quite a bit. And something I noticed is like nuances. Like you notice at the very beginning, for some reason he always teleports to this one. We get a good chance to break him. What we want to do is like spam all of our CDs. And Childe is our DPS. I just went over a lot of details of why normal attacks are pretty good and not charged. I was using Wandering Troop for a bit, so that means charge attacks are way better. You can see our life, so we're gonna see where this guy teleports. And wherever he teleports, we're gonna throw this down. We want to get our squad all healed up. We don't know what he's doing. Could be scary. I actually don't know what he was doing, but it's fine. I guess we didn't even need to know. We able to heal both of our claymore users. We gave ourselves a baby shield, but it doesn't really matter. Right now, this fight's going really well. We focus down these pillars. Really nice. Always need to pay attention to where he goes. This is very dangerous. Whenever he does this attack, we always gotta destroy that. If you don't destroy that, the damage you take is just so hard. Even with Noelle, her shield just doesn't survive through this. Once you destroy that, you can sit inside of it here comfortably. So we're still fine to blow all CDs and everything here. For final phase though, we actually want the CDs from Beidou and Chongyun, so we need to be very careful about that. He's gonna go to this one finally. This is awkward because if he does this one attack, we can run away from this, but we're gonna tank it. Does a lot of damage, but it's all fine. We could have put down out for shield, but it doesn't matter. So this will be pretty simple. We're gonna use that. We're gonna use this. Now he's gonna go down here. The one cycle him with this team, that has to happen. So now he breaks here, switch to Chongyun. We do a full combo. We're not gonna cancel that attack. Sometimes we do cancel it, which is pretty tight, but. And finally, dies one cycle. Okay, so the fight is nice. We can do it pretty quick, pretty optimally if we don't fuck up. The thing about that fight and why Beidou works so well is because of this attack right here. Tidecaller is a pretty nasty move, and we don't have the shields from Noelle. Normally on that, we can go to Noelle and press her ulti, and we can break down those pillars with just one full combo set. But because we're using Beidou and Chongyun, we have to Tidecaller that first pillar. If we Tidecaller that, you saw the damage, it was like 50% on that. So we only needed autos up to like this or the other point. Once that breaks, we full combo with the other two. All the pillars go down one cycle. We don't need to focus on one cycling. We take down two pillars instead, let them recycle, then we go through everything and just kill them again. But getting that one cycle is pretty nice for this team. Anyways, there's a lot to cover and a lot to explain in a short amount of time. Short-ish. Still takes a while, but
if you ever want to trade
hopefully something here helped.
I'm always ready.
I like Beidou for this fight, and like I said, the Constellations definitely help. Anyways, thanks for watching.